morning, good morning. My watch says it's still pretty early. It's 7:48 in the morning, my time. And it is January 20th. Lots of things going on. Happy Martin Luther King Day. Also happy Inauguration Day. And just happy Monday. Welcome to a new week. There are going to be a lot of things going on. I know a lot of things, politically are happening today, but, hopefully we can put past all of the, the crazy, disagreements that might happen and things like that, and just sort of focus on human nature. We're humans. We ought to love each other as such. So let's dive in. Let's do the connections today. We'll have some fun. We'll figure out these puzzles. All right, connections today, cookie, bear, spinach, shoulder, crook, anchor, elbow, cheat, pipe, handle, bend, forearm, fitted, angle, assume, and balance. The one thing I did say, one thing I did see was like an elbow. Your forearm bends. Well, your shoulder bend. There's bending angles. Elbow, crook. Balance. Huh. Let's see. To shoulder. Well, I did see like arm parts. I see shoulder. I see like the crook of your elbow. I see your elbow. I see your forearm. Bear, elbow. To bear, to handle, to shoulder the burden, and to assume. Take on as a responsibility. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. To assume a responsibility, to bear a burden, to handle something, and then to shoulder. Okay, now why would the word cheat be on here? Like a cheat diet, or cheat on a test. Why would spinach be on here? Spinach is a leafy green. Spinach. I wonder, those kind of weird ones, like why do those go together? Maybe those are the ones that go together, Fitted. Something that fits snugly is fitted well. An exact angle, like an elbow. But angle's on there too. Angle, elbow, pipe, bend, crook. I thought I saw another one. Oh, crook. No, but crook and cheat don't go together here. Fitted. Anchor. balance, anchor, I don't know. I don't see anything popping out here. One is the blue category, the other pipe and tobacco, sprinkler pipe. I was thinking like angle and bend and elbow, so I thought sprinkler pipe first. Fitted, cheat. I don't know how these things go together. You cheat on your diet with a cookie. You lean on a forearm for support. You anchor a ship for support. Balance. And, I don't know, a pipe? Oh, but it is one away. Okay. All right. Well. So which one? Which for which? Pipe. Like I'm onto something here, you know? Oh, so it's not one away anymore. Okay, so pipe is one of these four. I really don't know. I just don't know. Pipe. So pipe is one of them. One of the three that's correct. Anchor. Oh, I think I know. Popeye smokes a pipe. He has an anchor tattoo. He eats spinach. And he's got giant forearms. What do you bet? Associated with Popeye. Yeah, I knew it. Oh, sometimes these hints, these like categories are just all over the place. That's so funny. Okay. Balanced diet, cookie diet, cheat diet, fitted. I don't know. What could this be? Oh, no, I would not have gotten that. Balance sheet, cheat sheet, cookie sheet, and fitted sheet, like on your bed, a fitted sheet around your mattress. I get it. Morning, Kobe. Yeah, sometimes I like looking over at the chat, but sometimes I'll wait until the bitter end. You know, I finally get it, and then I look over at the chat, and people are just screaming the answers at me. Like, how could you not get it? Oh, gosh. Sometimes I'm at an absolute loss, but then sometimes I like, it's part of the struggle. Part of the fun is the struggle, you know. Oh. Button whose icon is a triangle above a rectangle. Button whose icon is a triangle above a rectangle. That sounds like the home button. Triangle above a rectangle. Sounds like the start-stop button. Maybe start? Maybe. I don't know. That might be wrong. We'll come back and fix it. Only primate species that can have blue eyes aside from humans. Oh. I was going to say human. That's a 5-letter word. But it's in the thing. Aside from humans, we've got like a chimp. Do chimps have... That doesn't sound right. We might be erasing that one. Of course. In Spanish. Oh, I could tell you in Portuguese. Of course. Well, there's a few ways to say it. You can say like con certeza, or you would say, oh, in Spanish though, I can pull things up in my mind faster in Portuguese than in Spanish. Star-studded group might be like an A-team. I don't know. We'll come back. Classic fixture outside a barber shop is a pole, barber pole. Famous Yosemite landmark familiarly, so this one is not correct. I already know that I need to erase all of that because, oh, and this one too. Whoa, not an equals sign. We don't need that. Because I know this one. Famous Yosemite landmark would be El Cap. El Capitan. What jiggles after it's set? That sounds like Jello. And I guess the A is correct. We'll come back to that one later. One might end with best. I don't know. Like a swear. No, I think it's... I don't think that's correct. Okay. Oh, okay. All right. Now that we have a couple of these, maybe we could do the across. Like, button whose icon is a triangle above a rectangle. Duh, that's eject. Of course, in Spanish, is maybe claro. Oh, if I can spell it right. Claro. Star-studded group. Like all-star. I don't know. But now that we have these, one might end with best in email. Actually, I hate it when people say that. Best. Best what? I wish you the best? Then say that. If you really do, then say it out loud then. Let's see. A series of expletives might be a curse. Okay, a jogging gait might be your trot. There, we did. We did it. All right. Jumped. Oh, it did jump out at you today. Get spinach. It's like, what else could that be? Doing the connections puzzle. Struggle with the mini so hard. Yeah, sometimes I'll get, yesterday I got it all across, and I didn't even look at the down hints. It was like, I got it before that. And then with this one, I had to go for the across, didn't get it. I went down, still didn't get it. And then I had a couple of things that I could, if you get like one or two hints, you're like, all right, now I get it. So don't be afraid to go like across and then down, across and then down. They all connect for a reason. It's like it's a crossword puzzle. That's how you do it. Awesome. All right. Eject. Let's go through them. Button whose icon is a triangle above a rectangle. That is the international sign for the eject button. The only primate species to have blue eyes, aside from humans, would be lemurs. Lemur was actually the Wordle, I think like a month ago. It was lemur. Of course, in Spanish. Claro. You can also say that in Portuguese too. Claro. Claro que sí. Let's see. Star-studded group is the A-list. Pole, a classic fixture outside a barber shop. A pole. Famous Yosemite landmark, familiarly El Cap, or El Capitan. What jiggles after it's set? Jello. One might end with best. Email. I end my emails, when I send emails, I usually say either thanks with an exclamation point and then my name, or like, I don't know, to kids, if I'm writing to students, I'll say, you're awesome, right? Just remind them how awesome they are. Not even you're awesome. I'll say you are awesome, right? Because it matters. I want them to know that I'm serious about it. They are awesome kids, and they need to know that. And I don't know how, do they hear that at home? Do they hear that other places? I need them to know from me. So I tell them all the time they're awesome. Let's see. A series of expletives might be a curse, and a jogging gait would be a trot. Trot. Oh, hey, Wallace. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I know whoever wrote the mini clues today is just silly. All right. So, no help with the Wordle, if you would. I would love to struggle through this one myself, even if it is a struggle. That's part of the fun. Let's start with, how about, drive. Oh, lucky me, there is a D. There is also an I. So my second guess, this is my strategy. I'd love to come up with another word that doesn't intersect with those letters. So like Plano? No, that's not a word. But just plant. That's a word. Oh, you're kidding. None of those. Okay, none of those. Mucky. Mucky. Oh, only the U. Oh, golly gee. Well, this would tell me a couple of letters, but it's, if I say an S and then a T, I've already guessed a T. All right, let's see what happens. Oh, there's an S. Okay, we're getting close to the wire here, so maybe we ought to think of what's there. Okay, so there's not a D at the beginning. It could be an S at the beginning. It could be... Oh, it could be squid. S can go there. Q is available. U can go there. B, it could be squib with a B. All right, let's try this. Yes. Okay. Oh, we got it in 5. We usually get it in 4 with my strategy. And we jumped through very fast today. I tried drive at first. I don't know, just 5-letter word, whatever comes into your head. And then you sort of deal with the consequences. And then I like to come up with a second non-intersecting word. And then possibly a third word that doesn't have any of those letters. And then by the 4th one, I only had 3 guessed letters. And I'm like, what the heck? What could this be? And then luckily by the 4th guess, I had all 4. A D, a U. U is, suspicious. That could be following a Q. So I thought, okay, well, if the D's not at the beginning, what if it's an S word? And the U can't be right at the beginning. So it's not like sullen or sol. I was trying to think of, U words, S-U. But it couldn't be that. And then S-I. Could be S-I, like cider. No, that's with a C. Cider. I don't know what it could have been. But then anyway, I that 4th guess, even though I used my T again, and I knew that it was not a T at the end, we got squid. Great. Wordle almost killed you today. But after Wordle, it got me thinking of a certain Korean Netflix show. Yeah, exactly. I saw a really funny one of, what if you inserted a TikTok live streamer or something, an influencer in the Squid Games, how would that turn out? And he's like, hey Chad, look out for the bullets. It's just so funny. All right, let's dive into Strands. In Strands, there's kind of a theme that makes sense for the day. Curiouser and curiouser. This is a phrase from not the Wizard of Oz, Alice in Wonderland. Things get curiouser and curiouser. So let's see what comes out here. I bet it has something to do with like the Mad Hatter. How about like Hatter? Hatter. Okay. Isn't that funny? That was curious. I punched in all the letters right there instead of dragging to create the line. And even though I hit enter, it didn't register as the correct answer. That's funny. Okay. Well, certainly there must be the White Rabbit. What are the other? There's the Hatter and the Rabbit. There's the cat. What's the name of the cat? The Curious Cat. The oh my gosh, why can't I think of the word? I see Quet, like banquet. Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Is this just specifically at the tea party? Is there? I don't even see a Y. Like PART, but I don't see the Y. Oh, here. Catter. ERPILLAR. Caterpillar. Wonder. Whoops. Land. Okay, that's the. Yeah, I knew that was the spangram. It had to be the spangram. Oh, I know. Croquet. There it is. Croquet. Dormouse? What's here? Door? No, it's not door because there's two O's and they don't reach each other. Why am I not thinking of this? Literally, my kid's elementary school performed Alice in Wonderland really recently. I should know this. I was in charge of filming it. Is it Dormouse? There it is. Dormouse. I said Dormouse, but I assumed that it had OO in it. Well, doesn't hurt to spell it wrong, I guess. Yeah, I know. Lewis Carroll. I do appreciate good literature. I read to my kids every single night. Every single night we have just a reading session, and they take turns reading with me, you know. But every single night before we go to bed, we're on like the last book or the last two books of Roald Dahl. It's been really cool to read all of his. There are two books that are biographical even. You know, it's Charlie and the Chocolate Factory and the Great Glass Elevator and you know, all the fun books, and even some of those shorter books like the Twits. I was trying to remember the name, the Twits. Just silly. Some of them are short. You might finish them in a night or 2 nights. And then some of them are very, very extended, very long. You know, the Vermicious Canids and things. But he's got 2 great biographical books. They're just absolutely stunning books. One is, it's called Boy, and it's just his boyhood journey through like private schools. Well, here in America we would call them private schools, but you know, these secondary schools, and you know, boarding schools and things. And then once he gets his job at the Shell company, what is that like for the whole rest of his life? He goes and, well, not the rest of his life, but it's like from then getting his job through the RAF. He's, you know, in the Royal Air Force, flying in the Middle East and Greece, and it's fascinating, the people he meets and the things that they make him do, and you know, just these experiences that he has. They're fascinating, really, really cool. So yeah, Roald Dahl's biography that he wrote, autobiography, 2 of them, and they're just really, really cool. And I just love reading my kids. You know, we'll read scripture, we'll read you know, just anything. We've read all of the Hunger Games, we've read all of, you know, the Maze Runner, we've read just like things, you know, older things and younger things. You know, I've got, you know, lots of children's books and things, but yeah, Lewis Carroll definitely is high up on the list. So first off, we saw, you know, it was Curiouser and Curiouser. That was a dead giveaway to the theme. It's all things to do with Alice in Wonderland. So we saw the Hatter first, and then we saw rabbit next. And then I'm looking and looking and looking, and I saw Quet, like croquet or banquet or something. And we did see croquet there. And then we saw right here caterpillar. And then the spangram came out to me too. Actually, that was one of the first ones, huh? Wonderland. And then I saw these letters, and I thought, well, there's like a dormouse, but I thought it was like D-O-O-R, like open the door. But it's just D-O-R, dormouse. Yeah, that turned out great. Okie doke. And then we will be pleased to see the letterbox. And I'm going to click this so it looks good for you guys. Awesome. Okay, so we can do this in 6 words today. There's a little more wiggle room, but sometimes that's a blessing and a curse because, yeah, you have more words, so you can do smaller words, but they often include just ridiculous letters, like the letter X I'm seeing. Luckily, we do have an E. Gosh, there's no S. There's no letter R. Okay, these things will come back to bite me, I'm sure. There are N and G, but there's no I. Ooh, I love doing ing words to end things, but sadly there's no I to make that happen. So, all right, let's familiarize ourselves with the puzzle a little bit. Oh, Matilda. Yeah, we read Matilda too. That's such a great one. Made 2 spin-off movies, but honestly, the original book I love. It's very clever. It's you know how like a story will have a conflict. The conflict is not do or die. The conflict is not like high stakes. Sometimes it is high stakes, but it's like they're going to get out of it okay. And I think sometimes you need, in the same way that people want to watch Hallmark movies because they have sort of a happy ending, These ones, not that they're predictable, but they, Roald Dahl has sort of these, like, he has this ability to kind of make it a feel-good ending, Yeah, Mrs. Trunchbull. That's great. Yeah, I'll tell my students if you misbehave, I'll turn into Miss Trunchbull. That's funny. All right, so let's familiarize ourselves with this puzzle. We got T, E, U, so I can't do T-E words. J, X, M, A, O, G, D, and N, and E, L. D, N, L. So I can do A, T. I can't do T-E words. The second I read the puzzle, I start thinking of all these letters that can't go together. Like T-E words. I can do maybe L-E. The tricky ones to get rid of today are definitely going to be the J and the X. Oh, I could almost do the word juxtapose. Wow. But there's no P. And there's no S either. I would like to do maybe one of these first. How about... I think it has an E on the end. Yeah, jaune for color yellow. French for the color yellow. There's no I. I was going to say exit. How about... Oh, extol has 2 L's. Dang. Extol. Oh, it is... I thought extol was E-X-T-O-L-L. 2 L's. Well, I tried it, and it worked. So we'll go with it. We'll go with it. To laud someone. D. Oh, I wish we had an R. We could do dream. Oh, I can't do AG. Damage. That's a lot of damage. Well, I mean, I could do dam, just D-A-M, like a beaver dam. All right, here. We'll just end it like this. Mug. All right, so jaune, which is French for yellow, like jaundice. And then extol for... I thought extol... I swear to you, I thought extol had 2 L's at the end. I'm going to look that one up. I'm going to look it up later. To laud, right? To extol and to laud. Those kind of relate to each other, I guess. And then the D led us to dam, like a beaver dam. And then M for mug. Nice. Okay, we did all right. We did good. I always like doing it in less words if I can. And today we did okay. Today we did okay. All right, starting up at the top, let's check out our connections puzzle. We did very well today. Take on as a responsibility would be to assume, to bear a burden, to bear a responsibility, to handle something, and to shoulder a responsibility. Corners might be angles, bends, crooks, or elbows. A crook. I thought some of those were related to other things, like a forearm, the crook of your elbow, right? The shoulder. I thought these were like arm words, but they weren't. And then I saw things associated with Popeye, right? There's an anchor tattoo, forearm. You know, he smokes a pipe and he eats spinach. That should have been the giveaway. I mean, you know, Callie said just now that was the giveaway, to have spinach. That's great. And then this one I could have gotten, but, you know, I didn't. You know, sometimes they have those blank, blank words. And this was fill in the blank of balance sheet, cheat sheet, cookie sheet, and fitted sheet. All right, let's check out the mini. The mini. Sounds like this one gave quite a few people some trouble, but we fought through and got it. The button whose icon is a triangle above a rectangle. You'll see this on a VHS player, a DVD player. You might also see it on, a Mac keyboard, an old Mac keyboard. I don't know if they have them anymore. My computer lab at the school has, all these Mac keyboards, the old type, with the number pad and everything. And it has an eject button, though nowadays there is nothing to eject. It doesn't work for, flash drives or SD cards. If you need to do that, you have to right-click it and say eject. You can't just push the button. The only primate species to have blue eyes aside from humans, is a lemur. I didn't know that. Of course, in Spanish. I don't know Spanish as well as I know my second language, Portuguese. I don't know if I'd even call Spanish my third language. If I ever need to speak Spanish to a kid in the hall or something, or a kid in my class that needs clarification in Spanish, usually it's just sort of Portuguese with a filter on top of it, because they're very similar to each other. There are definitely some overlaps, and so it's pretty easy to kind of triple translate. I'll think it in English, know how to say it in Portuguese, and then it comes out in this kind of garbled Spanish. So there are actually a couple of ways of saying, of course, pois no. It's different ways of saying it in Portuguese, but maybe they don't translate over. You wouldn't. I mean, that one's even silly, right? Like, pois no is like, but of course no. Like, you might answer the phone like that. Like, I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense. But luckily, with a couple of other words here from the down category, I figured out the one that does actually translate over from the Portuguese to Spanish, which is, well, claro que sí. All right, star-studded group, A-list. That's great. Classic fixture outside a barber shop is a pole. That pole actually represented not only that they were a barber shop, but they did surgery. Barber poles, look it up. Yeah, seriously, barbers were the local surgeon. If you needed some surgical thing, you'd go to the barber shop to get it done. Famous Yosemite landmark familiarly is El Cap for El Capitan. What jiggles after it's set? Jello. One might end with best. Email. I don't like it when people end their emails with best. I'm like, best what? Have the best day ever. I'm just gonna make it my own answer then. Have the best day ever. A series of expletives, right? You call that a curse. And then a jogging gait would be a trot. Nice. Okay, and on today's puzzle, we did all right. We got it on the 5th. Usually I get it on the 4th. You can see in my stats there. I've never got it on the 1st or 2nd. I've played a bunch of times. I played, a whole month's worth. We started doing this just for kicks, just for fun. Let's see. It was before Christmas. Yeah, it was last year sometime, or like mid December, late December. We started doing this. So we one time got it on the 3rd. Kids are always excited when they know that I do this kind of thing. Kids are always excited to see me, and they're like, Miller got it on the first time this time. And it's a big achievement. But today for the 5th. So if you haven't seen the Wordle today and you don't want to see it, avert your eyes now, because I'm going to show you the answer. So we usually get it on the 4th, but today I needed it on the 5th. So the first one, drive. I just kind of come up with any word, any 5-letter word, and sort of deal with the consequences. And then that gave me a D and an I, which was great. And then I tried a second non-intersecting word, which was plant. And then that didn't give me anything. Well, I mean, it kind of does. There's only 26 letters, so process of elimination. I then know what not to use. And then the next one was mucky, mucky muck. It's a Tenacious D song. High above the mucky muck. Wonder Boy. That's the name of that song, Wonder Boy. And then I still only had 3 letters. So I'm like, all right, well, maybe let's figure out one more letter. Hopefully it gives it to us. And we got ghost, I guess, ghost. Even though T was already there. And in fact, T was at the last space, which tells me, it's for sure not that. But drive, plant, mucky, and ghost gave me the D, the I, the U, and the S. And I'm rearranging those in my head going, why would there be a U and an I? There's not many like consonant, vowel, consonant kind of letters or words that give you, that have a U and an I in it. So I'm thinking, what in the world? And it can't start with a D, and there's not a U at the second. So I'm thinking like SIDU something. Like, it doesn't make sense. And the only thing that made sense with the letters left over was maybe the squid. Actually, I thought of another one too. It could have been squib with a B, but I went with my gut. A couple weeks ago, I did not go with my gut, and I got it on the 6th when I really should have got it on the 5th. And today I went with my gut, and I said squid. Awesome. Okay, great one. Thank you guys. This has been a great stream. We've learned a ton. It's always fun to like learn new words and that kind of thing. But my challenge for you today, I always love leaving you with a challenge for the day. I've had you go to the library or check out a book or listen to a podcast you've always been meaning to listen to. My challenge for you today, let's see, I haven't thought of one yet. I should have. My challenge for you today is to go, you know what? it's Inauguration Day. It's also Martin Luther King Day. You may have your opinions, and other people have their opinions. I have my opinions. I just tend to keep it to myself, and that's not a bad thing. I think there's lots of vocal people out there in the world, and I believe what I believe. I just don't feel like I need to share it all the time and scream it out to the whole world, as many people do, on all sides, But my challenge for you today is, regardless of whether you're excited for another round of Trump or not excited for another round of Trump, I invite you to reach out to someone that maybe you have been kind of fasting yourself from because of political differences. Maybe not even somebody you've been in with an argument, you've gone at it with them. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying find somebody that you have sort of like disagreed with and like kept your distance. You're like, I don't even want to go near that because of our political differences. Just be willing to say hi, right? Just open the door back up. Maybe it was something that happened at Thanksgiving, or who knows what, maybe family or friend or something, but open the door back up, because there's a friendship waiting to happen there. So anyway, you guys are awesome. Thanks for a fun couple of games today. We've been at it through, you can see right there, we've done connections, we did the mini, we did the Wordle, we did the Strands, and we did the letterboxed. And if you like what you saw today, be sure to like the live stream or video, however you're watching it, and then subscribe to the channel so you can get the latest. We just barely hit 1,500 subscribers. It's pretty cool to see that. So if you would like to be one of them, welcome aboard. How many do we have right now? Let's see. We've got, refreshing the page, look at that, 1502. That's amazing. All right, you guys are amazing. Thanks for a great stream. Thanks for doing the puzzles with me, and we'll catch you on the next one. See you guys.